Test. Hello, folks. Oh. do the next step in Moominland. I got only maybe about an hour or something to go, so not a lot, but that's okay. So we are on item number 17. We're going to work on the basement floor, and we're going to finish the dresser assembly. So it's pretty exciting. I think this is the basement floor, and then we've got bits of the dresser, and this is what we have of the dresser on the floor. The doors that are not actually like that. So I'm just going to get us going right away to the correct page. Oops, sorry. I am ill prepared for things. As always, headphones out of the way so I can put this book right where I'm going to be able to actually see it to follow. I am a professional. I'm a professional something. I'm not a professional this, whatever this is. Kit assembler. Not a professional kit assembler, guys. Sorry about that. Alright, so this, let's get sure we have all the parts in this bag. Sorry, I'm going to move it far away from the microphone as I can to open it. If I was good, I would have done it beforehand. Did I do that beforehand? Of course not. That would make me a professional, whatever this is. Yes, I'm not. The music is louder than me. Also, hi, Bob. How is that even possible? The music is like set to super low while we're at it. How about now? Am I louder than the music? Like, the music is on super quiet. It is so weird. So weird. Well, let me know. Hopefully that is better. Okay, yay. Alright, so let's see. What do we got here? We have a bag of findings for the like all the door handles and stuff. We have, oh god, yes, another crinkly bag. Sorry about that. Yikes. This is, I think, more dresser parts, and also like a weird little board. I don't know what that is. And then these two things, which are the basement floor parts. So, yes, so this is also for the basement. These are our basement bits. And then we've got, you know, I guess this is the dresser back, and a post, and another set of doors, and shelves, and some stuff. Oh, and, ooh, need to not lose this. And glass. I mean, it's not actually glass, it's plastic, but I'm pretty sure it's to represent glass. And then this is the, you know, I don't remember if this is from, like, this just fell out of this kit, or if it was, you know, detritus on my space here. Alright, so it looks like what we want to do is glue this together, and I'm going to do that first because it needs to like dry a lot, and this will allow me to let it dry more easily. Okay, so we've got position floor panel A, which is this one. No, it's one that says H on it, so this one, this way. And then we've got, oh yes, the scored edge of G, connecting piece. And use wood glue to attach the connecting piece, 3, so it should go like here. Right. The piece is aligned at the bottom edge, but not flush with the top edge. Okay, so step 1, make wood glue work. What do you think I mean by that? Well, I don't know if you recall from the last several times we've used glue, wood glue, it just sort of, you know, like glues itself to things, and we always have to kind of pop the thing off and like push the dried glue out so that we can Like, so that there's actually a hole for the glue to come out of. Yeah. And then have like these random gross congealed glue bits, you know, like you do. And clean the glue hole. That sounds potentially more or less fun than it actually is, depending on, I guess, one's definition of what sounds like fun. Okay, pop that back on there. Okay, so now ostensibly we'll be able to get some glue out, and then we need to dilute it with a little bit of water because this is Gorilla Glue and it is thick and terrible. I mean, it's not a terrible glue, it's a really good glue, but it's a little bit terrible to work with. So we've been diluting it with water to make it just a little bit more flowy. Because I found instructions that that's the thing you do to your Gorilla Glue on the internet, and it's been working reasonably well. Okay, so we want to... I'm gonna put glue on this piece. So we basically want to put glue over here, and it's gonna be flush on the bottom, but not on the top, so we don't want to put glue kind of everywhere. And so this is the basement. It's gonna go underneath the first floor, which is, you know, obvious. But the first floor is the one we've been working on, so we right now have kind of like the first floor with walls attached to it, and then we have separately a ceiling with like cross beams. And I feel like with the basement we're sort of getting closer to being able to actually assemble like a little scene, but it requires us to be able to. Okay, so let's... So that's gonna be aligned there and flush on the bottom. Okay, great. And then before the glue dries, ensure that the connecting piece is slightly away from the top edge, leaving a small gap. This is important because later you will attach other parts. Okay, yeah, no, we definitely have that small gap. Oh, I will look at... Oh, let me look at progress in the Discord now while I'm thinking about it. Dum-de-dum, scroll, get to the correct Discord. Ooh, that's cute. Many layers, huh? So are you drawing it by hand, or are you like doing it in the computer, or? Okay, so that was 2. And then, as in step 1 through 2, use wood glue to attach panel B on the other side. You know, based on the shape of this, I am like thinking this totally looks like the Millennium Falcon. I don't know why. I think it's because of the shape, like, of the sort of round with like little endy bits, but a computer. Okay. So a lot of
I don't know that one.
Computer, stop. Yeah, my friend from Amazon responds to that word. So you do it on PC, so there's a lot of like mouse work, I imagine, right? For wrist problems potentially, or at least that's kind of where I would have problems. On a price drawing tablet. Ooh, cool. I had a Wacom tablet a while back, and I could not work on it because I could not see. So I need to, nowadays there are better tablets with like where you can see what you're drawing on the tablet itself, because it's also a screen. And I think that'll solve a lot of my problems that I was having drawing with a tablet. Okay, so I line on the edge. Okay, I need to get these clipped so that there is any chance in heck that it will dry correctly. So we've got clips on both sides here, and I'm gonna go put it away. So just so you know, last time one of the things we did is this wall, and we've put a door in, which, you know, works for whatever definition of working. So this is one of our first floor walls. That's gonna be, you know, doing stuff, but let's get to the dresser, because that's the next step, and I want to get some of it done today. I only have until I have a Zoom meeting at 4 o'clock, but this one is old, so no screen. But yeah, it takes some. Yeah, I like fail to have that coordination without being able to see. So, all right. So separate the two sides from each other with a craft knife, sanding the edges with sandpaper. Okay. Wait. Let's. You know, I found that whenever they tell me to like use a craft knife on these like tiny little connector bits, and I do use a craft knife, I just end up like making the part fly somewhere in my room, and then I have to go and search for it, and that's no fun. So when it's like one or two tiny connections like this, I can just break it with my hands. So, but yeah, I just like, you know how sometimes, I don't know if maybe it's just me, but sometimes I go to like brush my hair in the mirror and I end up using like the wrong side of the hairbrush because my brain just did not translate things correctly with mirrors. I feel like that's my problem with the tablet when I don't see it, as like I'm not moving things in the correct direction. Okay, so do that. I also need to separate the doors. And these are much more connected, so I guess I do need the craft knife for them. Okay, there we go. And definitely need to sand them down. As everything shakes because I'm sanding. Okay, and then also this thing. Okay, well, that piece and that piece, and then this is garbage. Yeah, I barely have like hand-eye coordination to begin with. Like introducing a non-obvious screen and mirroring and stuff, and just my brain just gives up and says like, screw you, lady, we're not doing things here. Okay. Part 9, the back of the dresser can be left unsanded. Okay, great. Right? I love this. When I got advertised this on Facebook at like 2 a.m., which is the great time to get me to spend money. And they also advertise it like as a per shipment price, which makes it sound not so bad. But like, it takes about 1.5 to 2 years, I think, to get all the kits. But you do spend something like $1,800 over those 2 years. Now, is it worth it? I mean, I'm certainly getting more fun out of it per like hour than I would spending the, I don't know, whatever it is, $25 to go see a movie for that hour. So that's kind of how I'm justifying the cost to myself, but I'm in this privileged position where I, in fact, can be like, yeah, of course I will totally spend $70 a month on this. But, alright, so Okay, sand all the parts with sandpaper. Okay. I'm supposed to sand all the parts with sandpaper. I've mostly not been doing that for anything. Like, I've been leaving the parts darkened. Okay, you know what? F it. Alright, so step 4. Apply wood glue to the tab on the shelf and fix it into the sides as shown. Okay, so this is our shelf, and we are just gonna dip its tab into the wood glue, and then it's gonna get applied to the long tab upwards and notch facing this way, and we are gonna shove that in there. Okay, and kind of clean up the glue a little bit. Attach the second side piece the same way. Okay, not gonna dip this one because it's, you know, but get some glue on it. And okay. Apply glue to the tab on both sides and fix. Okay, so we're gonna be, now that exists, we're going to be attaching this bit onto it this way. Okay, notch is facing towards me, and the little holes are also this way. Okay, so let's get glue into these holes so that we can attach this. Model pirate ship. Ooh. I mean, yeah. That's sort of like just a thing that happens when you introduce children into the equation. I'm not sure I would do a kit like this if I had children or animals in the house, because I would be so devastated if it got knocked down, and like, I know that they would not be doing it on purpose, and I have no idea if I would have the sort of self-awareness and ability to not be blamey with small children, you know? No, valid. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, you being that did not do this on purpose ruined my thing, and now I'm super mad at you, but like, I know that you didn't do it on purpose, so I don't have confidence that I would be able to have that thought process in the moment of being super angry about the thing being ruined, right? And I don't want to be the person who like yells at a small child for doing something that they have absolutely no like control over not doing, right? So like, also known as, I don't ever want to be my mother. I mean, what? Okay. So yeah, so there's a post and it's got a convex side. Okay, convex is the one that goes out because concave is going in like a cave. I remember this. Okay, so convex side goes out, and you fix the post vertically. It is misaligned. The doors, if it's misaligned, doors will not close. Fill the fit into the hole in the shelf. Fix to the top. Okay. So this is gonna be fun. There is no slot at the top for it, but there is a slot over here for it. So I guess we just okay. It's like all centered and things. Okay, Combine 1 part brown paint and 10 parts water and mix well. And then we're going to paint a bunch of things. Okay. Let's figure out our... Oh, do we have any, like, random pieces of something that we are able to be assembling paint on? Yeah. Sure, we'll be mixing paint in... which divot do we want to do it in? This is... No, these are like all not good divots. This one? Oh, this one has better divots. Okay, good. Like, seriously. Okay, so 1 part brown paint, 10 parts water. You know, you would think they thought it was easy to, like, measure this nonsense. Okay, here is, like, let's call that 1 drop of brown paint. And we are going to then dribble in 10 drops of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just pretend that this is what they meant, because who knows? Okay, so it's slightly brown water, which I think is actually what we want, but okay. Paint the doors and the cornice. Okay, great. Paint all the assembled parts as well as the doors and cornice. If the color is too light, apply more paint. Okay, well, this is the cornice, so let's, I guess, try on its back. Too much. Too much. Too wet. Okay, yeah, I think this is probably vaguely the right color, maybe. Part of the issue is that I don't really know, like, what color it's supposed to be. Right? So it's like, well, it's a color. It's some color. We're just gonna assume this is the color it's needs to be. Paint the doors. It like goes and blends into the wood, so, which I think is on purpose, right? So it makes this look like it's varnished wood as opposed to like a painted bookcase or whatever. Okay, here's 1 door. And I figure if it's like not super even, that just makes it look even more like it's just the color of the wood stained, right? So that it's not like super duper even. I'm not super duper worried. Also, the wood, like, this is, I think this is balsa, right? It just absorbs all the things. Be called, oh, yeah, I think that's what it is, right? And honestly, with the 10 to 1 ratio, I think a wash is what this actually technically is. Like, my thought is, you know, back to when I was trying to do some of the like Warhammer armies, and I had all that Dwarven Forge like paints and stuff. This would be an ink, and I don't know if I'm supposed to like do this to the insides as well as the outsides, but I'm going to, because they're gonna be visible, right? Like if you ever open the drawers of the thing, not that anybody's ever gonna play with this thing, right? Like, it's a dollhouse, but it's a dollhouse for looking at, not for playing with. but, you know, I want it to look good even if the doors are open at some point. Because I'm gonna have like little things that actually go on these shelves and stuff. This would have been so much easier before we assembled it, guys. Like, why did we not paint this before we assembled it? Wouldn't that have been made more sense? Like, we assembled it 2 steps ago. Okay. So that's been painted. But like my other, like, do they, when they say assemble all the part or paint all the parts, do they mean the ones I dealt with last time? Ah, yes, paint the dresser parts assembled in issue 16. Okay. Well, all right then. Yeah, that's true. But like, we could dry the paint, right? Like, ostensibly. Who knows? I do like that they make me do it all at once, because the chances that I would mix the same color in the same 10-to-1 proportion between the last time I did this and now are like non-existent. So I appreciate the fact that they didn't have me paint the dresser bits, and that's probably also part of why it was like at least for these parts, why that was assembled before painting, right? Because it was going to get painted like many weeks after. I certainly have not touched this for a couple of weeks. Okay. Just paint everything. Paint all the things. Paint all the things. I think we're gonna need to add more water. We are losing the wetness here. And then it does become way too dark when it's when it's too dry, or not, like it just concentrates, right, the paint, which makes sense. I just need to make sure that these holes do not get clogged up with paint water, because I'm going to be putting at least I'm assuming, yeah, that's where the posts for the doors opening and closing are gonna go, because these do open and close and stuff. Okay, well, that was not enough paint. Put in like 3 drops and the world's tiniest amount of paint. That was not the world's tiniest amount of paint. Just shove that out of the way. It was a giant amount of paint. I guess we can't make a little bit. We're gonna have to make a bunch and then, you know, hope. Let's see if it matches on the... They're putting it on the bottom. It's a little dark. Yeah. Guess more water. It's getting a tiny bit of brown to come out of that thing. It's just not possible. Okay, let's get that all set up here. And this side. And there. Outside of here. Here. Gotta get these sides like... here. And over here. Okay, it is now all brown-ish. Appropriate amount of brown. Okay. Doors from issue 16, so that's these doors. The handles are fitted on the grooved side and sticks out approximately 1 millimeter. Okay, well, that's where we get to deal with this tiny little bag that has tiny little pieces in it. And everything is incredibly tiny and little, and I will... Can we move the paint like out of the way because we're not dealing with it now. But I am dealing with needing to use tweezers, which I, by the way, hate using. I hate using these tweezers. I hate it with a passion, mostly because I don't have enough control with them to like do what the instructions are telling me I need to do, which is, you know, glue these handles in. So I actually try to just grab them in my giant meaty hands and do it that way, because these just like right like that, like this is the problem. Like let's see if I can. Ugh, come on, I need to put some glue on this thing. Right, and then it just needs to shove into this hole, and I inevitably do not have the leverage using the tweezers to do it. Okay, but I need to, so it needs to be like sticking out. They said 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is not a lot, and I gotta get some of the extra glue out of the way. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna not bother with the tweezers and just try to do it without. Yeah, well, I have the nice tweezers, and they are very nice. And this glue off the thing here. Okay. Alright, is this even? I think that's even. Okay, so here we go. Door handles with knobs. On the reverse side, use a toothpick to apply quick drying glue to the hole. Okay. I mean, I have the quick drying glue. This is my Gorilla Glue nonsense here, but no, I want the other way to open this nonsense. I want the little brush thing. Okay. Get some Gorilla Glue onto the toothpick and get that in there. Okay. Sure. This is, what is it? Instant glue? Super glue. Okay. Did that. Yep, do that with the second. Seriously? Do that with the second door. Did that. On the rear of the doors from this kit, that would be these. The flat surface with no grooves, apply strips of double-sided tape as shown. So align on the inner edge, apply tape to the face without the grooves, yep. Doors from this issue, yep. Double-sided adhesive tape, approximately 2 millimeters wide. So I'm gonna have to cut my adhesive tape in half, I think. Alright. I have double-sided tape, but alright, so first of all, we're going to want it to be like half length. Okay, you stay there for when I need you in a minute. Alright, and we're gonna cut the plastic panels and adhere them to this, like so. This needs to be not done with scissors, this needs to be done with okay, and then we need to not be covering up the hole. Okay. Did I cover up the hole? A little bit. Okay. And then we're going to need to peel off the weird red stuff that is on the back. The backing. Weird red stuff, yeah. It's like it has a name, and its name is the backing for the double-sided tape. Okay, but I need to peel it off without peeling up the rest of the double-sided tape, please. Thank you. Right? Like, I'm not trying to remove the double-sided tape here. There we go. Okay, so this, stop being stuck to me. That one's done. And then we've got this other piece of double-sided tape, which also needs to be sliced in half. without me slicing my finger, which I think I've just managed to successfully do without slicing my finger, so that was exciting. I'm a big fan of like not slicing my finger here. Okay, that was extra. Go away. And same thing here. Come on. Okay, and oops, and let's make sure we're not terribly blocking the hole here. Okay, and now again, let's remove the backing red stuff. They did not send me even remotely enough double-sided tape. They also didn't send me any of the super glue, which I think some of the other, like, when I look at what the kits look like in like in England or in Japan, right, they're getting the little tubes of super glue included. But I just went and picked up, just like I picked up more wood glue, I picked up more super glue. Okay, and then this is my glass panes for this door, for these doors rather. There we go. Okay, got the plastic panels, yep. Peel the backing from the tape and fit the plastic window onto the doors. Okay. Alright, well. Yep, so now we've got a glass pane into this door. Oh, thank you for following, Jennifer. Alright, that's door one. And do not block the doorknob hole. Okay, and there's our door two. Yay. Yay doors. Okay, so that was step 15. Step 16, door handles. Okay, well, like I said, I will use the tweezers to get them out of the bag because that's necessary. And then, okay, so I need to not lose this bag because it has all the little posts for making all the doors actually work. Okay. A little bit of glue. And get that in there. A little bit of glue. And get this in there. Ugh, oh my god, that was so much extra glue. Go away, extra glue. You are extraneous and you don't dry very clear. Okay. And this one needs to get shoved out a little bit. Okay, are these even? They are now. Okay, and now we need to do the thing with getting some extra crazy glue. Just need to create a dollop of this glue on on the edge here, and it's like, but I'm gonna blow glue bubbles instead. Come on, glue. There we go. Just give me a giant dollop, it'll dry, and I don't care. But we do need to get some of this glue into these holes over there. Get in the hole. Okay. Position the doors from issue 16 as shown here and insert a pin in the hole at the top. Okay. So this is where we get to these pins, and I feel like I need to just open this bag more or something so that I can actually get to them. Let me see if I can just use this backing to dump them out on, because they are so tiny. Like, I don't know if you can even see how freaking tiny they are, but they are very tiny. Alright, so we want to, here we go. So here's our door, and so we are going to stick a pin into the hole. Insert the top of the pin from the steps into the hole, press her top, and push the door in place. Am I then... and then I'm going to put the pin from the bottom. Okay. Alright, cool beans. Alright, let's... Okay. And now I need to close the door. And that is how we know that it's, at least in theory, aligned to get the pin dropped from the other side. Well, it went in, so I'm guessing, nope, it is totally loose, so that pin is not in the right place. Insert the pin in the hole so that it goes into the hole, and to prevent the pin from falling out, add glue. Okay, push another pin into the hole in the base so that it goes into the top of the door. Stop. Okay. No, that like just fell out completely, so that's super useful. Super useful, guys. Okay, let's try that again. So we're gonna put the door in place, and then we're gonna be totally unable to pick up this pin because it is like a tiny microscopic thing. Okay, and it just falls out. How is it falling out? Like, what? Where is it? Where are things not lined up such that it is fallen out? Like, it is just not catching the door, so it is not working. Come on. Right, so it is like, it's not long enough. It is not long enough to even be able to right, like it's the exact same width as this piece of wood that it's going into. So no part of it is showing up on the other side for the door to catch it. Like I understand how it's supposed to work, but it is just not. Okay. Now I need to get a whole fuck ton of glue in there because sorry about cursing there, but like I feel like what I need is a pin, like a sewing pin. To just shove things into these tiny, tiny holes. Okay, well, all of that got me one door. Let's see about getting another door, which is going to be done the same way, so terribly. Get that in the hole, and ostensibly be able to get the other one in. Ugh, I have like 5 minutes, and I wanted to finish this cabinet, but because I don't have a sewing pin handy, I'm just gonna attempt to shove that pin with another pin. Yes, I just used my teeth. Sorry. Okay, so I think, yep, I think that aligned it. So now we attempt to get as much crazy glue as possible into this hole so it does not ever leave. I think we're basically just filling the hole with crazy glue to like to use it as a stopper, basically. Like not to glue anything down so much as make a plug for nothing to be able to come out of the hole. Okay, meanwhile, we do in fact have tiny, tiny working doors. Tiny working doors. Okay, that even mostly line up. Alright, cool. So after I do that, and I wipe the extra crazy glue off of this, or this is going to get stuck to something forever. Apply the wood glue to the tabs at the, oh yeah, okay. So this is just going to go here now. Okay. Let's apply glue to this whole side. Okay, and then we are going to attach this into those holes, in theory. I'm pretty sure they are supposed to fit, and they don't. I'm not sure why they don't. Probably just because, like, things are misaligned. There we go. Guess it's a question of if you press hard enough. If you press hard enough, things work. Okay, also, this needs to be a little bit more squared. Okay, there we go. Okay. Get the extra glue out of the way. Yeah, see, we're gluing this after we feel like this is somewhat misaligned, but I don't, just like a little bit off square. There we go. That's better. Let's not be off square. Okay. And then we're gonna do the terrible thing with the pins for these doors. But for these doors, the pins go in the bottom. then we wiggle the door around until, there we go, until things slide into the hole. And then I bet we push the pin all the way in. Oh, it already went all the way in. Make sure it doesn't stick out. Okay, and then, yep. Okay, so that's that door. Now let's get the other door done in the like couple of minutes that I've got left here. Door. Let's you and me get this done. Okay, there we go. Thank you, door. That was useful and useful. Like, it's a little wobbly, but it's not like a lot wobbly, and there is, you know, okay, doors. Apply the wood glue to tabs of the thing and then shove it in there. Okay. And then you shove it in there. Like, that's a technical term, by the way. And honestly, there's no reason to limit it to just the tabs, right? Because this whole bottom is getting shoved onto this other place. So okay, you need to fit into the hole. There we go. And we need to get rid of the extra glue on all sides. Okay. Okay. And then we get to attach the back. Okay, make sure the back fits well. If it doesn't, apply sandpaper. Okay. Back. Oh, and I have an extra post. Not sure why I have an extra post. Maybe because they're tiny and therefore, you know, there was the expectation that they might get lost. Oh, and the door just, oh, the back just kind of theoretically is supposed to fit in there. And if it doesn't, we're supposed to sand it. A little wood glue. Well, I'm actually not sure that's needed because it is so well wedged in. So well wedged in there. I don't think it actually needs any glue. Okay, so that's our cabinet. It's a dresser with doors that open. Open them only when necessary and treat the product with care. Well, yeah, because like, yeah, okay, well maybe I should pop it out and glue it. Just just a smidge of glue. Let me see if I can just get like glue on these bits that are supposed to touch the back. And shove that back in there. Okay. That door and that door and this door and this door. And the doors are fairly loose, but we are done with this thing. I'm gonna put it back here to finish drying. And I think that's it for this. Yeah, that's it for kit 17. Add it to the pile of done. And I think where I'm gonna get off the stream. It's only been a little bit over an hour, but that was kind of my goal. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I really appreciate everybody. Love everybody. There we go. You can kind of see it. There we go. Hearts and or bell peppers. All right. Have a good amount of rest of your weekend, everybody, and I will see you later.